Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla Podcast. Another day, another update when it comes to the Godzilla 2014 film. This time, what looks to be the most detailed, accurate description / image of Godzilla, of how he'll look like within the Godzilla 2014 film. Pretty much everything else beforehand, we've either just seen the head or we've seen the body, but they've always entailed some kind of promotional stuff, like something involving a leaked poster of some sort, or something involving, and when I say poster, I mean like poster for a consumer convention show, or something involving like a product on the box of some storybook of some sort. This time, it looks like we have a leaked image with regards to the Godzilla model itself, a really detailed model as well, and it's still out there. It's being taken down, of course, left and right. As always, Legendary and Warner Brothers are making adamant, they have that adamant mentality that they're going to ban every single image out there associated with Godzilla until it's good and ready to show. So with regards to this image, it's still out there. You can still find it. I found it today. So when you have a chance, go find it. And then that way we'll go over the description together. So I'll give y'all a few moments there to go ahead and pause the video, and then that way you can find the image. Alright, now that you're back, let's take a look at the image together. First off, it says the most distinct feature, of course, is that there's something in terms of a sign next to the model that says, "Models are not final, pending licensor approval." What that tells me is that this looks to be something that was shown at one of those consumer convention shows where marketers and people associated with companies that tie into, in this case, movie franchises, they're the ones that build all these products associated with a particular franchise, whether it be something like toy related or whether it be something like book related or even game related, all that stuff that that people enjoy buying. Well, that tells me that this picture came from one of those conventions, and because of this, we have what looks to be the most detailed model of a toy that should be coming out within the Godzilla franchise in a couple of months. Now, of course, with it saying that models are not final, pending license approval, stuff could change. But damn it, I mean, looking at this model itself, that looks to be the closest representation if one goes by the teaser trailer and all the images released thus far for the Godzilla model itself. The most standout feature with regards to this model, which by the way, it looks to be not necessarily like the Sideshow Collectibles type deluxe luxury model, and not necessarily the really cheap, let's say $7.99 toys that you'll find at Walmart. This looks to be the in-between model, the kind of toy where you'll probably be spending about $30 to $50 to purchase, either online or with regards to some comic book store or some gaming store. The kind that it's more for adults that have the money and have the income to splurge on something like this, because the detail on this is amazing. So again, let's analyze how the thing looks like. So Godzilla, the most prominent feature is it looks like Godzilla. It is Godzilla. It's the Godzilla of old. I don't see any more the large, super large elephant-like legs that were in the other toy model that I analyzed a couple of days back from Amazon. Here they look more like the traditional pear-shaped Godzilla legs / lower body that we all know of. The dorsals look the same and is what is to be expected with regards to Godzilla. They even seem to have a bluish hue to them, although it's unknown if it's because it's the glare of one of the lights hitting the model in a certain way. It certainly looks that way to me, but who knows. The arms look to be a little bit longer than the traditional Godzilla arms. It gives it a more human-like set of arms, muscular, with the fingers particularly bigger than what looks to be the past models. And then let's go to the face. The face itself, the most prominent feature, tends to be what looks to be an overbite with Godzilla. And I've been reading on some of the forums that people think that this is not a deliberate but kind of a jab to the previous Godzilla, the 1998 Geno Godzilla, because that one had a prominent underbite, and in this case, the Godzilla model here has a prominent overbite. So I think, I guess I have to see it, of course, in theaters to see what that looks like, but it does kind of stand out. The overbite that he has on there makes him look a little bit goofy on the face itself, but if they would have just expanded the jaw just a little bit more, I think that would have been the best touch that the model would have had. Maybe that's why it says that models are not final and that they're pending license or approval, because it's still being tweaked on there. But otherwise, this model has 100% what we expect to see from Godzilla. This is the most detailed aspect of a Godzilla image that we've seen of yet, and is again the closest representation thus far to what's expected within the film itself. And this is all going again by that famous silhouette image of Godzilla rising through the rubble and doing his iconic roar. If you compare that side by side shot with the model here, it looks exactly like that silhouette. And don't think there's going to be much changes with regards to this. Also, if you compare the Godzilla, the short CGI Godzilla that was within the San Diego Comic-Con event, the one where Godzilla slowly walked by the window, that again looks like this model here as well. So what do you guys think? Do you like how it looks like? Is this something that you always hope for? Is there something wrong with this particular image? Do you think it's like me, that the only thing that stands out wrong is the overbite, and maybe that there should have been less prominence related to that? I don't know. But again, if you can still find the image, which is still out there, look places, just type in Godzilla leaked image, it'll still pop out there. Look on IMDb, look on Bleeding Cool. The image is still out there. And then post your comments below, post your thoughts. Thank you as always, everybody. Take care.